Hey guys, welcome to this edition of Flix Fix. My name is Harold. Now, due to the overwhelming amount of negative press that I've been receiving about the browbeating I've been giving Superman, I'm here to tell you that I don't hate Superman, and I'm about to tell you why I have a problem with him.
It's time for movie and TV news. Flix Fix with Harold the Film Geek.
So here's the deal with Superman. I am a fan of Superman. I used to watch his TV show back in the 90s. I watched the black and white TV show. They used to replay some of the old radio programs back in the day. So I am a big fan of Superman. I collected the comic books. I like him. I loved Christopher Reeves when he played Superman. I thought it was really cool, and I actually used to watch Lois and Clark, not all the time, but I used to. But the thing is that I have a problem with live action Superman is they always give him watered down storylines. Now here's a little thing that you guys may or may not know. DC Animation Studios has been churning out a lot of good Superman storylines that I think should have became live action, but instead we get what we've gotten, which is the Brandon Rolfe edition. Not to say this newest Superman is not going to be good, but here are some of the storylines that I think would have been better as live action instead of giving them the animated treatment. First one, right out the gate, Superman versus the Elite. Superman versus the Elite is based off of a comic book series, if I was told. I'm not sure how many episodes or how many issues it was, but basically the Elite was this elite fighting force of people who actually killed people. What they did was they had superpowers just like Superman, but instead of, doing what Superman does, taking people and then dragging them off to prison, they would murder them. And then after that, Superman was left conflicted because people actually loved the idea that these people were never going to come back to harm the world, so they started to root for them than to root for Superman. Here's why this storyline is going to be good in live action. Number one, it shows conflict. The conflict is, as society has gotten, I guess, more advanced, still our carnal desire is to have a person, instead of being prosecuted, to be killed for their crimes that they do. For example, if somebody runs amok within New York City and starts destroying buildings and killing innocent people, you don't want them to be tried for their crimes, you want them to be executed. That's what this movie was actually doing. And it was an animated movie, and it did a very good job of doing it. Another thing that I think would be really good is the fact that you got to see Superman actually contemplate life and death as it was pertaining to the Elite. In the movie, he actually becomes unhinged, okay? So in the movie, he becomes unhinged, and he actually wants to actually kill the people from the Elite. I'm not going to give away the ending, but it was very good to see Superman going through the motions of thinking maybe he's been doing it wrong this entire time, and the best way to handle things is to kill people. But then he ends up coming up with this whole other idea of how to handle things, and he came up with the resolve that was at the end of the movie. I thought it was really good. I thought it fell flat in a couple areas, but I thought it was a solid storyline that no one has ever done in a live action Superman.